All right, guys, Kelly here with Shine Detailing. I am here with MrPopZit himself, PA Greg Lynch. And we're gonna talk about some tint, and we're gonna go over all the things that you guys have questions with, and he's gonna give a lot of his insight on the medicinal side of the purposes of tint.
Hey guys, it's good to see you. I've known Kelly quite a while here. He's a good friend, and he's local here in Yorba Linda. Shine Detailing. It's so important. I always talk about prevention with sunblock. We're doing sun shirts, but one thing I mention all the time in the room when I'm doing a consult is your car. We get a ton of UV light exposure when we're driving, especially in Southern California. The average is 1 to 3 hours a day in the sun, driving when the sun is up, going to and from work. 70% of skin cancers are on the left side in the United States due to that UV penetration. UVA comes through, even if you have dark limo tint. If it's not the right reflective tint, giving you 99% reduction of UVA and UVB penetration, then you're not doing your best of what you can do when you're out there and exposed. So important, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure any day of the week. So when you can get this done, and it's simple, and that's why I'm here with him to show just how simple it is, what it looks like, and he's gonna talk more about that too.
Yeah. All right, guys, so another thing that I want to point out too is when you get your vehicle, it does have privacy glass on the rear. That is just a mere piece of material in between two laments of glass. It does nothing for your skin, does nothing for heat and UV. Super important that we discuss that because we get a lot of questions on just tinting the front two windows. Yes, it's going to keep that off your skin, but for anybody behind you, it does nothing for you. Another topic I want to touch on too, as well as glass. Glass, when it is bare, it's like a magnifying glass. It wants to funnel all that heat and UV into one area, and usually that heat and UV is exposed right to your arms, your face, the top of our heads. Most cars are coming with panel roofs now that are 6 to 7 feet of the vehicle, so your kids are getting it too. And exposure there is going to cause a lot of problems down the road, eventually having to go see Dr. Greg. Even though he wants the business, but we want to make sure we take care of you after he does his stuff.
That's right. The other thing, a common question I get is it legal? Right? That is a common question. Clear coat in the front. You can do clear and it still blocks the UV rays and you can see through it. So that's a common question that I get, and I do have a lot of officers that come in sometimes. So I like to, I try to keep it as light as I can in the front, and that way you're still within the law and you still get the protection.
Yeah, he makes a good point. So shades are a huge thing. Back in the day, you had to go 5% tint. That was how you kept heat, UV, and light out of your car. That's not the case nowadays. It is all a ceramic film. And even like Dr. Greg got on his mom's car, it's an infrared ceramic film. So we're gonna step that up even more with the heat and UV. So yes, you don't have to go crazy on shades. We have clear 70 on the windshield. We have 30% on the front two windows, which still falls in that compliancy with California. And then we can go as dark as we want on the back. We chose to just go 30% over the back just for a little bit of darkness for his kids in the back. Yeah, so shades are not of importance nowadays versus more on the lines of what material is going on the windows.
And the added benefit, reduced heat in the summertime. It does reduce heat when your car is sitting there. You get in, it's not going to burn you as much on the leather seat.
Yeah, so we talk about leather in the cars and textiles and all that kind of stuff as being similar to that of skin. Would you walk outside without your lotion, your sunscreen, all that stuff on? It's the same thing. All these sensitive materials, leather, Alcantara, even the pleather, all that kind of stuff in the car, a year of exposure to that is going to diminish that value of that car significantly and cause a lot of issues down the road.
Awesome, and I can't thank him enough. He does great work here. I have other friends that have brought their cars in here. So if you need it done and you're in Southern California, Yorba Linda is centrally located. Come on by and check it out.
Yeah, guys. And just to touch base on him with his business, he was able to take my wife's skin cancer out of the neck, first shot, got the testing done, super simple, 3 weeks, put my wife at ease. 100% recommend him as well.
Awesome.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks again, brother.
Yep.